What is up, guys? HD Motorsports here with another broadcast of the MyColorStreetNails.com/starshine nails D4C League Racing. It's the Cup Series at Dover. As always, we got the Dirty Deeds in the house. Deeds, welcome. It's always a pleasure broadcasting these D4C League races with you. Now, after last week's Talladega race, 0 cautions through the whole 94 laps. I expect a little something different with 200 laps at Dover tonight. What are you expecting to see out on the track?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, HD. I don't believe we're going to see caution-free racing tonight. I believe that what we're going to see tonight is a totally different animal. We know that turn 1 and 2 is really tough here at Dover, and this is going to be the first test of the season for these guys, and we're going to see how much patience that they have with each other.
Yes, sir, indeed. And coming into this, couple front runners, of course, you maybe want to go with the current points leader, Amore Smoke, with the win. But I want to go with the guy who's been up front all season long, just hasn't been able to punch his ticket just yet, and that's going to be Jose 720. I expect him to get a win here very shortly. We all know he's talented. Rocking at number 38, Haley Deegan, Monster Machine. And that's my pick tonight going to victory lane. What's yours, Deeds?
Well, it's funny that you said that, HD, because you just took my pick from me for this evening, and I'm going to have to pick somebody else now, so I mean, the obvious pick, of course, you got Amore Smoke, who's always fast. There's several people in the field, but if I got to pick one, last week's winner, Muffin, I look for him to be up towards the front, but I'm trying to think of who's missing from the field tonight. No, Gotham's not running, and I don't believe that J.R. Horn is tonight. So there's several other picks out there. I don't know how to pick just one, HD.
That's a good one right there. I think we also got D4C Gotham, who's actually going to be joining us in the broadcast booth tonight. And honestly, it's a pleasure for Gotham to be letting us broadcast D4C. I'm excited to do it every single week. Always have a blast. I just want to welcome Gotham out there. Gotham, are you here?
We got him in the chat here, but
and we're also live currently with CGMX Rose, your pole sitter with the 18 of AKA Rowdy. Currently sitting P2. I know you got the invite, Deeds. At least I hope you got the invite to hop into the lobby. Just need to get back into the actual game. I need 2 monitors to make this way easier.
Alright guys, I'm back up here in the booth with you. You hear me loud and clear?
Yep, yes, we got you now. We got you.
Look like a smooth start to this race here. Rose pulling away a little bit. 2 wide behind him for second.
I don't have an invite yet. Well, maybe I do.
I do.
More. Yeah, I think we are currently in the caution. Yeah, I think we got the invite. You got the invite, Deeds?
Yeah, yep, I got it.
Awesome.
Caution early on here. It comes from about back of the pack there.
It looks like we got Rose on the pole. As I'm just now loading in, looks like we got Rose on the pole and D4C Rowdy there in second place. That's a good pick. I look for Rowdy to come on at some point here and get him a win.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even take a screenshot of the car numbers and the people when I was loading in. We're gonna be winging it tonight, HD. But yeah, looks like we're under our first caution of the night. CGMX Rose was your pole winner. On the inside, it's gonna be the 00 and that nice looking ZL1 new car here in the 2019 update. The 18 of AK Rowdy drops back to 3rd place, and the 42, I believe, of Amore Smoke currently sitting in the top 4, running in 4th. Don't really have an eye on who is in 5th.
That 37, that's Pro Viper.
Yeah, we got Pro Viper up here in the front of the pack. The 24 of Coey, I see. Looks like we got Muffins up here.
Stout's in the 41 now. I'm trying to remember who's in the 4 car. I'm kind of drawing a blank on the 4 car.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm looking forward to. We're just winging it.
Just winging it, man. I had all the car numbers memorized, and then they all switched it up on me as the 00 is going to take it around to the restart box. CGMX Rose on the outside gets a decent restart with a.k.a. Rowdy and Pro Viper in tow right behind him as Rose is going to squeeze in, and you couldn't fit a piece of paper between him and that 37 and the 18. It looks like we got another caution out.
Again.
Quick 2 cautions over.
But like Rose had a lag there on going into turn 1, surged backwards and got into the car behind him. That collected everybody. That's what I seen from my point of view.
Now, guys, if you're just joining into the chat out there, make sure to get your pick in who you think is going to win this race to win a $10 Amazon gift card. Brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Link is in the description. All you guys got to do is pick a driver. You know, you're like, dang, look at this 00 out here. He's doing good right now. He's leading the thing. I'm going to go ahead and pick him to win. And if he wins, you will win that $10 Amazon gift card as there's a little shake-up into the front of the field as the 18 of AK Rowdy, the second place, CGMX Rose in the 11 is going to drop the third, and that 37 of Pro Viper is going to be in fourth with the 41 up into the top 5 at the moment.
I got eyes on the 4 car now, man. That's the Aviator switching over to the pizza machine.
The Aviator. Wow, how do we not know what car he's driving? We know he's really strong here.
Hey, he's a good dark horse for this race here. A lot of guys in the practice chats felt like his times that he posted was a sandbag time, and they really think he's going to come up through the field and be a show out here at the end.
Yes, sir, indeed. And there's the 2 of Old Man Todd. We haven't really talked about him much all season long. He hasn't really had the best of the year so far, but currently sitting in the top 10. Got a little delayed start right there. Held up the 4 as the top 3 is currently running away with it. They are all single file in the top 6 with a little gap between 7th place and 6th. Down the backstretch they go. CGMX Rose is looking to the outside of Pro Viper. Just nothing working just yet as they are 2 wide in the back of the pack at the moment. And I think that was a little HD jinx because I was riding along with the 43 as he hits a more smoke in the 42. Collects a bunch of cars, and they are under the 3rd caution of the night. 3 quick cautions. Deeds, I said it in the pre-race. Last week we go caution-free at Talladega. This week's a little something different with this Monster Mile. We all know turns 2 and turns 4. They come up quick with that wall on the exit. And that's exactly what happened with the 43, smacking the wall and hitting the 42, and it collect a bunch of cars towards the back of the pack.
Yeah, you're right, HD. I mean, 3 quick cautions here, and we know D4C. I'm not sure, you know, how many cautions that it is. We're lucky enough to have got him in the booth, and he can explain the single file rule as it appears. We may be going to that at some point in this race.
Well, the way I typically run it is if we get 4 cautions before we get a green flag pit stop, we'll go into a modified, which is when you see the cars go too wide and not go into the start-finish line. Kind of helps separate the field just a little bit, but still give everybody a decent shot to make up ground. If we continue to have cautions even after the modified, 4 more before a green flag stop, then we'll go into a single file. But hopefully these guys get their heads on straight here and they can go ahead and get them a green flag run.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one car that really paid the price in that right there in that last caution. That was the 42 of a more smoke, one of the favorites to win this thing. We know he probably got damaged right there, and he's going to be back towards the back here to restart.
Yeah, he's definitely one that's really good at these technical tracks. He's just super smooth, man. It's hard to bet against him, and Rose making his return, he's the same way. You know, he's one that's super good at these technical tracks and could be a surprise win tonight for him.
Yes, sir, indeed. As a 00 brings them again to the start, down into turn 1. Pro Viper on the outside. The 00 is on the apron. Going to lose a ton of ground, but able to save it, and they are 2 wide down the backstretch into turn 3.
The 18 taking the lead.
That 18, man, he's showing really strong speed there going around that outside. As that 00 did get the apron, and the 37, I believe he had to check up a little bit there of Pro Viper, and that's going to clear the 18. And if we can get green flags here, and those front two can just stay together a little bit, look for the front, you know, top 3, 4, 5 with green flags to check out on the field.
Yeah, that's a good call. Go ahead.
Look at that Stewart Haas machine running them third right there, Stout Whiskey. Coming in a little bit strong after all the mayhem early.
You know, Stout Whiskey actually had a great car in the Xfinity race on Tuesday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He got to the back of the pack like pretty often early on, as the 4 is going to give him a bump going into turn 3. That's going to wash that 41 of Stout Whiskey up the track. You know he's not going to be happy about that as he sneaks just in front of Rose, currently running in 5th place, losing 1 position to that 4 machine. Now sitting in the top 3 as AK Rowdy is, well, excuse me, D4C Rowdy, used to be AKA Poopy Pants in that 18 machine, leading this pack. And we all know he's fast. He just makes those little mistakes every so often.
Yeah, but I mean, HD, he is the reigning champion for a reason. And when it comes to Dover, it's really hard to bet against him.
Yes, sir, indeed. We're currently riding along with that 42, the points leader, a More Smoke, right behind a 9, a Silent Killer, down the backstretch, looking to make a move, make his way back into the top 10. He's got the 88 of D4C Sigma right behind him, and behind Sigma, we got a little gap. It looks like that might be the 1 of D4C 4-speed, trailing right there, just outside the top 15.
You know, you say D4C 4-speed, and I've, you know, been watching over his shoulder all week. He's got a good carb underneath him. I think he might be trying to just kind of stay out of trouble early on. I'm sure he got caught up in a couple wrecks already as well. But trying to stay out of trouble and keep the car clean, I think is what he's pushing for now. But I know in practice he was running 22 6s and 22 7s pretty much majority of his run through his practice sessions. So look for him to make a good surge back to the front later on in this race.
Well, that's one thing that I was going to say when HD picked Jose. That's another thing about 4-speed. You just said, you know, maybe he's sitting back trying to keep his car clean. Jose is definitely the gentleman of the track, but I would also put 4-speed in that group right there. I mean, sometimes they could probably have wins if they were a little more aggressive, but those two guys, they're just really nice on the track, if you will.
Yeah.
So a little developing story with that 38 car of Jose 720. We know I picked him early on. Well, he's currently sitting on pit road with a blown engine.
The HD Jinx is real.
HD Jinx is real, as we're currently following along with your pole sitter for the race at 11 of CGMX Rose. Still currently running 4th place. Starting to run that 4 down, starting to gap the 41 of Stout Whiskey a little bit, as Stout Whiskey's got the 14 right on his tail trying to make moves around him.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with our very own Carroll, D4C Carroll here, but he's riding around all by himself in that 48 car right now. Maybe he
got loosed off the extra 2 a while ago, man, and tried the whole backstretch to save it, and he finally lost it going off in turn 3 and got up into the wall. So he's hurting right now.
He just did that on the front stretch too. You know, here at the roller coaster track, start out on that tough preset where it's really loose, man. You better be able to hang on to it.
Or you would think after these cautions you'd have it set up in and be comfortable.
Right. I'm riding along with Carroll right now, and man, I'll tell you, every time he comes up over the hill there, he's losing the back end of it. And we got the 6 car on pit road also.
Yeah, looks like he the snowman's out for the count tonight too.
Yeah. Early attrition here.
Well, that's definitely a tough break, as the boys are pretty much single filed out throughout the whole field. Not really anything working, but I'll tell you what, that 11 of CGMX Rose did catch the 4 of the Aviator. He's right on his bumper, and Aviator's right on the 37 of Pro Viper, trying to make something happen to the inside. Just wasn't able to get the run out that time by.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'm riding along with that 18 car here, HD, and he is out here leading this field around. He's pulling a gap on 2nd place to 37 here. those guys that, I mean, there's 3 cars drafting behind him, and he's pulling away from them.
Yeah, he's definitely got a strong car for sure. I'm impressed with the 37 myself, though, man. I mean, he was right on Poopy's or Rowdy's bumper there, and looks like he had a little bit of a bobble a couple laps back, and that separated them. But if you still following along now, it looks like that 37 is starting to reel him back in. Viper looking real strong early on. If he gets up into the wall next to the 4, yeah, really not going to help him.
The Aviator's going to take, well, advantage of that, and they are 3 wide right now through turns 1 and 2 as the Aviator's going to make wins out of that, move up to 2nd place. CGMX Rose is going to move to 3rd, and at 37, a Pro Viper is going to drop back to 4th with the 95 now sitting in the top 5. Sweeter drives to 14.
Yep.
Are you correct? Yeah, that's Kamal, ain't it? Yeah,
Jermaine's Kamal.
Yeah.
Kamal.
Hey,
and Kamal's looking to move by that 37 of Pro Viper now, and Rose gets by as the Aviator. Rose up to 2nd with a battle right now in the top 5 as D4C Rowdy is pulling away from the field. You know he's loving this, and there's D4C Carroll coming out of pits with heavy front end damage.
Heavy damage, wow. Yes,
I tell you what, Aviator is not done with that 11 of CGMX Rose. He's just looking low on him coming off the exit of 2 there. We still got us a pretty good battle for 2nd here.
Yes, sir, and that right there is the 2 D4C young guns going at it, and we've seen this movie before.
We saw it last week at Talladega.
Yes,
they were running
sir.
2nd and 3rd, same situation. Only thing was the Aviator was in front of CGMX Rose. Rose came out of nowhere. Aviator gave him a little side bump and bumped him down the track, and Aviator was able to pull off 2nd that time. But look at that 95 of James Kamal. He came out of nowhere, currently hunting down the Aviator right on his bumper. Might make something happen in the turn 3 if he's able to get the run.
Kamal's definitely one of those guys that's a gentleman on the track as well. He's going to wait for that 4 car to make a mistake, I think, unless he gets a real massive run coming off a corner. I don't see Kamal making a real aggressive move down low on an entry this early in the race, but he's definitely got him a car underneath him right now, though. He's looking real stronger in the 4th.
That 37 of Pro Viper is struggling right now at the moment. He got wicked loose off of turn 2. He was fishtailing all the way down the backstretch. Some people like to call it windshield wipers. Well, I'll tell you what, Deeds and got him. It was hailing on the track for him as he was heading down the backstretch.
Raining sideways, if you will. Yeah, he's been struggling here these past few laps. I'm not sure if his car went away or what, but yeah, for sure. I mean, he's gotten the wall a couple times. He's really loose now. I mean, he's probably one of them that's hoping for a pit stop.
Yeah, as that 95 with James Kamal was able to get by the Aviator. He's going to move up to P3. The Aviator's going to drop back to 4th place. And the 41 of Stout Whiskey is looking to pounce on that wounded Cazelle of the 37 of Pro Viper down the backstretch. He's had the preferred position. Pro Viper that time was able to win the battle in the turn 3, and that's really what it's about, Deeds and Got him, you being a racer. It's all about getting the run off of exit to be able to sneak under him into the turn. That's where you're going to make your passes at Dover. The high line is not really that dominant. And Got him, with you being a racer this early, we've seen 3 quick cautions, been green since then. Are you going to start being a little bit more aggressive because that 18 of D4C Rowdy is pulling away?
If I have the opportunity to be more aggressive, for sure. I'm not going to push any issues still this early. I mean, there's 200 laps out here tonight, no stages or anything. I definitely want to keep my car clean, not cause any issues. But as soon as the door opens for me to be able to stick my nose in, definitely I'm gonna make the surge, try to make my run up towards the front. That way I get the best track position when it comes time to pit on the green.
Well, that's definitely a good call right there. And guys, if you're new to D4C League Racing, you're just hopping in here like, why 17 people are watching this? Well, guys, all you got to do is pick a driver right now out on track. If your prediction comes right, he ends up winning that race, and you're the first person to pick that driver. You will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/starshine nails. The link is in the description. It's that easy. You can be $10 richer on Amazon. Everybody loves Amazon. As we're going to go ahead and pan through the field right now to see if we get any action going on. The front 5 is pretty much spread out, dead even.
Running topic here for you, HD. I was kind of waiting on a good time to say it, but while you're looking, you ought to pay attention to that 42 car as he's making his way back up through the field. He's got in some trouble early on with the wrecks and all. He just got by Stout Whiskey a couple laps back and is reeling in the 37 of Pro Viper. Currently sitting 5th, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 6th.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that is, of course, one person that you do not count out of any race. I mean, Amor is really technical, he's really good, he's really fast. So, I mean, that's one person you don't count out. But, I mean, our leader up here in the 18, D4C Rowdy, he is literally putting on a clinic right now. He's going to hit pit road. He's on the apron. He's going to the pit right now.
The pit window has opened, huh?
Yeah, it's open, and he's going to jump on it early. What's your take on that, HD? I mean, you wanting to hit pit early on this track here, or are we going to run it out?
Well, if the thing runs green all the way through, I like the strategy because, hey, you're going to get those fresher tires sooners, and look what he did. He's bringing the 11 of CGMX Rose down and the 4 of the Aviator. They saw the leader pit, and they're like, hey, he's pitting. We're going to go ahead and follow his strategy, as it looks like everyone else is going to stay out. Now, Deeds, it's only going to kill you is if we have a caution right now. You're going to be trapped a lap down. Yeah, you're going to be, get your lead lap back, but you're going to start in the back of the pack.
Right.
And I know Rowdy, and he does not want to do that, as the 42 of Amor Smoke is going to stay out for another one, as well as the 41 of Stout Whiskey, as there's a few more cars now down on pit road. I would almost expect these two to come down within the next 2 laps. They are closing in on that 38-lap pit window, and here comes the 42 of Amor Smoke, as Stout Whiskey is going to take it for another lap around, and there's the 9 of Silent Killer, as well as taking a lap around, as we're going to go ahead and follow along with D4C Rowdy, as he's going to slap that wall.
Ooh, yeah, that's big right there. I was just about to say, I think he's going to get a big advantage by pitting early, as he's coming around Rose right now. That's going to cycle the lead back around to him. And he actually lost time there because he hit that wall.
All right, the 95 is in pit road now. That was the leader. That's giving the lead over to Stout Whiskey in the 41 car, currently running P1.
Stout Whiskey still out here running around right now, and got him. I'll ask you this: what is the drop off in the lap times here, and the speed with being out on old tires versus these new ones that are coming out right now?
I'm gonna assume Stout's within 10 to go on fuel. Around the 10 to go mark, your fall off's pretty heavy at Dover. You're probably running to 23 1s, 23 2s, maybe even 3s and 4s at this point. The fall off at this track is pretty dramatic once it starts to hit you, but you can run pretty competitive times all the way up to around the 10 to 15 to go on the fuel.
Yeah, and it looks to me like everybody got into pit road clean there, as Stout just went in. He finally cleaned that cone off for us.
Yes, sir, indeed. And as they are cycling through the green flag pit stops, it looks like D4C Rowdy and CGMX Rose both had an excellent stop, because Rose is right on his bumper. Now, the Aviator, who was running in the top 3, still currently sitting top 3, but he is about a full straightaway away from the front 2 guys. Actually, I think he's currently sitting in 4th.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was riding along there with Muffin, man, and he just got loose, and he slammed the inside wall hard, and that was like 2 laps after coming off a pit road. And one thing that I'm noticing, and one thing that I'm noticing, we've got the first and second place guys here, and I'd have to guess it's probably 3 to 4 seconds back to 3rd place right now.
Yeah,
that Kamal back in 3rd.
No, I think the 4 of the Aviator is currently running. No, is that the 95 right there? It's 95. That's 95 Kamal.
Is going to be 3rd. That's an entire straightaway pretty much here.
More smoke reeled him in a little bit here, it looks like, the 42.
I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with the green flag pit stop here. Could have easily came back across that track and brought out a caution, but
we got some real different pit cycles going on here, as I'm seeing some more guys coming off pit road. The 1 car and looked like the 43 was coming off pit road just then as well. We got the 8 on pit road now, so.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was about to say. The 8 just now hit pit road, so he ran it out.
Well, and the 88 is currently sideways down the back stretch. He's on the low side. I don't think that's going to bring out a caution. Looked like he hit that turn 2 outside wall, just got tight and smacked the thing. But I think we can all agree right now, the front 2 guys, that 18 and the 11, both got strong cars. They've really, I mean, the 18 hasn't left him, and the 11 really hasn't gained any. And I think we are under caution. Yep.
And we got a caution on the track here, and I'm just going to take this opportunity to tell anybody in the chat, if you ain't picked a driver by now, you've had your chance to look here. You need to get one in, as we're going to close the voting at the halfway point. We got 145 to go, and we're going to close the voting in 45 laps. So, and we just got to pick in for the Aviator here.
I don't know if someone's already picked.
That's what I was just looking for here. I'm seeing a vote for Rose, a vote for Jose. A vote for Sweeter, a vote for D4C Rowdy, as I believe Forrest.
That right there shook up the whole front of the field, as the 8 and 43 and the 1 of D4C 4-speed all played the strategy of staying out. Actually, I think 4-speed might have made a little boo-boo, because he's dropping to the back at the moment.
Yeah, yep. I believe he didn't hit pit road there, as we've seen a few times here, you know. Don't hit the button, or something happened there. We just now got to pick in for more. That's going to be the second pick for more there, Exodus. So he's already taken, if you will.
Guess who's
and that's going to forfeit the lead to the 43 here on this restart. So the 43 on the outside will have the control in the restart box here as we're going to green. Guess
who's in the front row, Deeds? Our very own Knights in that 8 car.
Yeah, big shout out here tonight.
Of Tech 9. Those of you who don't know Knights, he's also a broadcaster. Hops in the booth with us on Tuesday and Sunday nights, as they're going to go green right now at the line, side by side, 3 rows deep into turn 1. Everybody got a great launch that time.
Sure did, and that inside line definitely prevailed here getting through the turn, but the highlights coming back.
Yes, sir, indeed, as that 43 of Tech 9 is battling strong out there, as the 11 of CGMX Rose is now on the inside of the 18 of D4C Rowdy, who's able to squeeze that thing up. I have no clue how he was able to make that happen, or how they are still going green, as Knights is going to get loose at a 2.
He's going to go from the lead to last.
And now we got CGMX Rose getting stuck on the outside, but able to get back into line.
And look who's in second place. Oh, he's going for the lead. Battle for the lead right now. I don't think Rowdy is too happy about running second.
Nah, he's going to make quick work of the 43 of Tech 9. Clear him at a turn 4. The Aviator of the 4 is looking to make something happen, as Tech 9 is going to get loose down the front stretch. Able to hold that bad boy together. Looked like he even gave the 18 of D4C Rowdy a little bump through the middle of the corner. Tech 9 is looking mighty loose coming out of the corners at the moment.
Yes, sir. I believe that's exactly what cost him that lead right there. He got loose and had to save it and washed up to the wall there, HD. As look, he's loose right there, and he's going to lose a ton of spots, just like we saw Knights.
I wonder if they played the strategy. No, I know the 8 just pitted. Not too sure about the 43, in the wall hard. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they're on the lead lap. Stayed out late on that last run. We're on pit road whenever the caution came out. So I wonder if everybody got their lap back there or not.
I don't know. Is Muffin streaming, right?
Yeah, and he's running 16th.
Is he on the lead lap?
He's behind Carroll, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's 21 seconds to Knights, who's in 14th place.
I tell you what, that 43 is fighting hard, so I'm assuming he's not, because he's fighting hard in front of Kamal here. Kamal got down on the inside of him through 3 and 4 a while ago, and 43 pinched him all the way down to the apron, and I seen sparks flying between the two of them, so he was extremely close.
Yeah, and he just got loose off of that turn right there, and that's going to allow 2 cars to get past him.
Yeah, CGMX Rose is currently working on a 37 of Pro Viper down the backstretch, gives him a little side draft, hits the apron, able to make the pass that time, and he is side by side right now with the 43, who is struggling as Rose is going to hit him again, coming into turn 1.
We got a battle for the lead, HD. Up front, the 4 and the 18 are side by side.
Yeah, that 43 is definitely a hazard to the track right now, man. He is holding everybody up and is not looking very strong right now.
We got some side drafting going on up here for the lead, man. They've been side by side for a whole lap, the 18 and the 4.
I'll tell you what, though, the 18 is holding that outside line pretty well, as he's going to get a huge jump into turn 3, just not able to clear him that time, able to get him cleared. But with that being said, the 95 and the 42 of Amore Smoke were able to close the gap on them.
Yep, them guys running side by side, let them pull right up here to him.
Talk about making a statement on the outside at Dover with D4C Rowdy.
And there they go again with the Aviator looking on the inside.
If he can hold off a 3-car train on the inside, then that right there, I'm just going to go ahead and whittle him up a trophy.
It looks like he done it just then. He might get him cleared coming off a 4 here.
Yeah, I mean, that middle center lane there, you know, 1 lane off the bottom, seems to be
he got him cleared.
Really good for him. Yeah, he did. That's really strong.
I don't think I've ever seen that at Dover myself. Have you, HD, you ever seen somebody work the outside that on somebody at Dover like that on a presets?
You gotta really pinch the guy on the inside so he doesn't get that lift up out of the corner and his own run, as Rowdy is gonna smack the wall going to turn 1. No clue if that was lag from my end. It looks like the cars are just jumping around a little bit for me.
I'm getting the same thing, and I'm guessing that's all on our stream here on what we're seeing, because if they were lagging as bad as what I'm seeing, there'd be a big wreck right now.
I think the 18 actually did hit it, though, because it's not only is his right front kind of curled up a little bit, but the 4 car is just painting his bumper right now. Get out of the way, and I think his car is definitely lacking.
He's pinching him down right there. Yeah, he's pinching him down. Oh!
I think a lot of it, I think some of it is, he might have hit the wall because he does have damage in that right front. But the cars are just a little jumpy at the moment.
They are, definitely. Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing on my end. But boy, Aviator is wanting that lead, though. He's just begging for that 18 car just to wobble just a little bit.
And there you go. Oh, I thought he was about to make the move that time into turn 3. He's got under him right there at a 4. Rowdy might get the run, though, down the front stretch. Aviator says, no, 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 not this time. And they are still side by side going through turns 1 and 2.
I got to take my hat off. I tip of the hat to Aviator as well, man, because like you said, the 18 has to be pinching the crap out of him going through these corners, and the Aviator holding strong, not wrecking them, not hitting the apron or anything, man. That's excellent driving by that kid there, man. Especially
with their feeling off the turns. I mean, these cars are super tight, wicked tight. And then to be able to hold it down there like that, I mean, that's a huge shout out for that 4 of the Aviator. But look no farther, because the 11 of CGMX Rose is now starting to join the front. He's currently running at P5. We know he smacked the wall early on during this green flag run, but he's got back up to the front pack.
Well, one thing I'm thinking in here is that 3rd place in the 95 there, and 4th place of More Smoke. We know that those 2 are really fast too, and I think that they're content right now to just let these front 2 sort this out.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Rose, I wouldn't try to crowd that top 5 too much, though, because one little bobble and all 4 of them's going to get caught up in it. And I'd like to have a little bit of gap to be able to maneuver around the wreck when it happens, because I hope they don't wreck, but the risk is high right now, them racing this close.
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to get got him is some damage right now running in the top 5, as Amore has came back from that early damage that we saw him get.
I'm going to go ahead and bounce around the field. Just, oh my God, what kind of camera view is this? I just got a yellow tent.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that. I think it's a guy on the pit road.
I think HD, I know what that is. You stopped over at the tent to get a hot dog, bro.
Well, they know the HD, and HD Motorsports means Hot Dog Motorsports, running in an Oscar Mayer mobile Wienermobile. But we're currently, I'm trying to browse around a little bit, see if I can get a little action going on. There goes the 8 of our very own Knights with that front end right damage. There goes the 2 of Old Man Todd, who was running in the top 10 early on. Got himself in a little trouble, but I'll tell you what, he's got one of the cleanest cars on the track at the moment. And there's our very own 48 Allied Power D4C Carroll, baby. Coming down the backstretch, currently sitting outside the top 15. And yeah,
I'm showing Carroll in 16th place right now.
I think Rose is listening in on that stream, and he backed off these top 4 here. He's now probably a good half a second, maybe a second behind these this lead pack here, letting them do their thing.
It's definitely a good call. It gives you plenty of room to get that baby woed up if they end up crashing at a turn 2. As these front 4 are currently nose to tail, riding the bottom line. And I think Aviator, who was trying to pass Rowdy early on, but he looks pretty content at the moment. He's just chilling on his bumper. We got the 95 of James Kamal sitting about a car length behind him. And then a car length behind James Kamal is that 42 of Amore Smoke, your current points leader, who was able just to hug that bad boy all the way around turns 1 and 2, looking to the inside of Kamal down the backstretch.
Well, and if you remember what we saw with Charlotte out of Amore Smoke, I mean, if you talk about a master of planning the moves, I mean, I was so impressed with him at Charlotte and what he did to win those stages. Whew. And if 4's inside of Rowdy, he's got a big run. I think he's going to clear him this time. Oh, Rowdy's loose.
There we go.
We got a 4-car battle for the lead.
And there goes James Kamal looking to sneak his nose in there, possibly make a 3 wide at a turn 4 down the front stretch. They're beating, they're banging. It's the Monster Mile, baby, as Rowdy is able to pull it off yet again. James Kamal now on the outside with the More Smoke trying to make a position change.
Look at this, guys.
Amore had a half a car length lead on Kamal right there, and Kamal cleared him on that outside too.
Maybe there's some grip up there we don't know about.
Well, that's one thing that I've noticed, and I haven't run the 19s a whole lot, but what the 19s have done is they have definitely put the high line back in these tracks. You can get right against that wall and hang with them. It's not like the 18s where, you know, hooking around the bottom is the best route. Not when it comes to racing. That's one thing that I've noticed. How about you guys?
Hey, that's the exact reason why we went to the 19 model in D4C's Cup Series, because we had noticed that the middle to high line has came in just a little bit more than what it has in the 18, and that's definitely makes for really good racing.
Yes, sir, indeed. And there goes the 4 of the Aviator this time, able to clear Rowdy out of turn 4. He finally did it. He had help from the 95 of Kamal right behind him, pushing him through the corner. And I think that's what gave him just enough. And I know you guys were talking about the high line. Like I said early on, the 18 of Rowdy is just able to pinch him down there so well. The 4 was able to hold it down. But if you come out side by side, 9 times out of 10, you're going to clear him going to the next corner because of the run out of the corner. And there goes Rowdy, giving the Aviator a bump through turns 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. And the first car to pit road this time, HD, the 42 of Amore Smoke out of 4th place.
And there goes D4C Rowdy coming down, and that's going to lead the 4 of the Aviator and the 95 of Kamal. There's the 41 of Stout Whiskey, the 00, the 24, the 12, and it looked like the 88 of D4C Sigma now going by as green flag pit stops are yet underway. CGMX Rose also one of the early pitters right there.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that Rose has some heavy damage on that left front.
Got a lead change on the track here. There's the 95 went low on the 4 and cleared them with ease, took the lead. They're still on the track racing.
Yeah, I just got cycled around there, and I'm definitely seeing.
I'd expect the 4 to come this time. That might be why he did it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Oh, yep, there he goes. That's exactly what happened. I think he didn't want to get run over from behind. That's a great call right there from the Aviator, as the race leader at the moment is going to be the 95 of James Kamal, but he's yet still has to pit.
24, Coey to pit road, 9 a Silent Killer. I believe is Silent in the 9 still.
Guys out there in the chat, if you haven't voted yet on who you think is going to win the race, go ahead and pick a driver. You're going to be entered to win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Link is in the description. Even our Deeds has some on right now. I even heard Gotham say it gives him +5 horsepower at all these tracks. As the 95 of Kamal is coming down, a little sloppy right there through the middle of the trioval, as the 18 of D4C Rowdy is going to try and get his lap back. But guys, go ahead and vote for a driver. Now, the only stipulation is going to be is you have to be the first person to vote for him. If someone else already voted for him, well, they're going to win it. So check through the chat. Make sure you're the first guy. Again, if you're here at the end of the race and they end up winning, you will win a $10 Amazon gift card. As we're going to go ahead and try and cycle around. As I think the 41 is stout. No, excuse me. It's 41 is stout whiskey. Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir.
Yep, it is. I think he's playing the tire strategy game yet again, because he is still out on track, as the 18 of D4C Rowdy is right behind him. There's the 4 of the Aviator behind the 88 of D4C Sigma, it looks like, as they're all bunched up. And CGM X Rose is going to get loose out of 4.
Yes, sir. As we got the 95 coming off the pit road here, and the leaders are going to go around him. Oh, the 2 gets loose there, and Rowdy almost clipped him right there, coming out of 2.
Oh, and the 41 is going to wash up in front of the 42. Heavy damage to a more smoke, and we're going to stay green.
Oh my. Game changer. Wow. I would hate to be on the team comms right now, HD, because, man, he just took out, what, 3rd, 4th, and 5th?
Well, I think the person who got the most damage out of that is going to be the 42 of a more smoke, with heavy front end damage on that car. The Aviator was able to squeak by clean. I know CGMX Rose collected a little bit. Let's go ahead and try and get a look at his car. His right front looked a little smashed in.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm noticing
is
that over here with the default gears, they're pretty much redlining whenever it comes to your lifting points. And one thing we know, all that damage right there, that will overheat these cars.
Yeah, and I'm currently following along with the 42 of a more smoke, who is your points leader, with heavy front end damage on that car. I don't even know how he's driving it at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know how he can see over the hood right there.
Well, I tell you what, if there's one person praying for a caution, it's going to be him, because he is probably running about 5 to 6 tenths slower a lap than these front runners at the moment.
Hey, and on the flip side of that, I'll tell you one car that doesn't show any damage, HD, the 41 Silent Killer.
41 of...
Yeah, stout whiskey, sorry.
Okay.
Car numbers.
My bad, man.
No, you're good.
I got to throw you guys an audible every now and then, but we got Rose on the back bumper of this 18 car right now, just eating him up. We got the 1 of, looks like 4-speed up ahead of him.
Yeah.
Just come off pit road.
He just came off a pit road, so he's fighting to stay on the lead lap right here.
Oh, as he hits the apron, and he's going to smack that inside wall, but like you just said, got him. CGMX Rose in that number 11, currently sitting P2, putting heat on the 18, making him look like a wounded gazelle out there as he gets loose out of 4. Rose thought about taking him on the inside into turn 1, just wasn't able to get there. As these boys are brewing up a nice battle, as we're going to go ahead and bounce back to possibly 3rd place. I need the total.
Right. We need the tool. HD, I'm just going to tell you now that the voting is closed for your favorite driver for your pick, because we've got 98 to go now. Halfway.
So we also got a little battle right now happening for third place. That's going to be the 95 of James Kamal and the 4 of the Aviator. Right behind them is going to be the 14, though, sitting in the top 5 at the moment.
Oh, Rose
got on the apron.
Inside wall. Yes, sir. He got the apron, too. One person that loves to see that is the 18 of D4C Rowdy.
Well, you know, Rowdy is super excited about that. And Rose has got heavy front end damage, as we're going to take a look at his car as the 37 of Pro Viper?
Yes, sir.
Is going to go ahead and get by him, and Rose again into the wall at a 4. You can tell he is struggling right now. He's another one who needs a caution.
Yes, sir. And another car that's struggling out here is our very own Knights, who is right in front of the leader. And you can tell he's doing some mirror driving. I seen him hit the wall 3 times. He just hit it again. He's trying to hold the leader off. He goes high and lets Rowdy around. He's going to be the first car lap down, I believe. And he's in the wall again.
Yeah, I think the closest battle right now on track is going to be for 2nd and 3rd place. As let's take a quick look at CGMX Rose's car again. Completely destroyed that right side. There's the left side. Even the left side tires sneaking out just a little bit, as he's got a pack of wolves behind him. Look at the pounce on this wounded gazelle.
Yes, sir. And another car of attrition, and that's going to be the 00. He's on pit road, and he's out with heavy damage. He could not get it repaired.
I tell you what, man, I'm calling a 95 to win this race. I think James Kamal's get himself in the victory lane for the first time in 2019 in the D4C Cup Series here.
Well, I'm going to go with the obvious choice right now and say that another first-time winner this season is going to be the 18 D4C Rowdy.
He won.
He's won already.
He won Martinsville.
He won Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry. He did win Martinsville. That's right. Yes, sir. And how many?
I think he got 2 wins actually. If I'm not mistaken. I think he got a back-to-back win, didn't he?
I'm almost positive. And there's the 48 of Carroll on the inside. Don't think he collected anybody else. It looked like he got loose out of 4. As I almost want to go with the Aviator in the 4. He's also had a very strong car all night long. We saw him battling with Poopy Pants early on. We know he's capable of holding that inside line. Very strong when he's being pinched.
Oh, yeah. I definitely don't want to bet against him. That's for sure, man. But I'm kind of rooting for that 95 tonight, man. He's
well, and one car
he's definitely looking good for it.
Yeah, one car that's out here just running around right now, biding his time, and that's going to be the 42 of the more smoke. I'm not exactly what position he's in right now, but if we get a caution and he gets to fix that car, I don't think I would count him out just yet either.
Rose is hurting right now, guys. I don't mean to change subject on you, but I just cycled around to the 24 of D4C Coe, and there's a 4-car battle for position here, and as they were going around the 11 car, Coe looking pretty strong with his teammate of Silent Killer in the 9 behind him, making their way up through the field slowly but surely.
I tell you what, the 95 of Kamal and the 4 of Aviator is definitely lurking in the 18's draft, because they have cut this bad boy down to about a 3 to 4 car length lead down the backstretch. Guys, I expect him to be right on his bumper within the next 2 laps.
Keep in mind, they pitted a little bit later than that 18. The 18 was one of the first ones to get down pit road, so tire wear could be starting to show.
Also, one thing these guys got something working for them is that 4 is spotless. There isn't a wrinkle on that car. So we're going to bounce around to the 95. 95's got a little right damage on his hood, but nothing too serious or to the extent of that 18 of D4C Rowdy. As we're going to try and bounce around to him and take a look at what he's rolling with at the moment.
He's looking ugly right now, man. He is not looking good.
That's one trend that we've seen throughout all these races. Usually the cleanest car wins.
OCGM Mitch Rose is going to need him a caution. He lost yet another position as I was cycling through trying to get back up to the 18. And I'm on the 18 now, and that 95 is there. There's no more gap.
Yeah, there's no gap at all. Now, the only question is 18 is going to force him to the inside. We know that he can hold that outside line and pitch you down. But can the 95 of James Kamal hold it like the 4 of Aviator? And you see the 4 of Aviator, I'm almost willing to bet he backed off this thing just a little bit, just in case they get into each other here.
Yeah, I mean, he was involved in that battle earlier. Yeah. You know, you go get him.
Yeah, that 95 seemed like when he got the draft at the 18, he pulled away from the 4 car. And it's maintained. So I'm kind of in the boat with you on that, HD. I'm thinking the 4 car's biding his time here, seeing how this works out in front of him. And he'll pounce whenever it's time to pounce. He's got a clean car. He definitely don't want to upset that at all. That's going to be a deciding factor late in this race.
So we know these guys are top 3. Who is running 4th?
Seeing that little yellow blob back there catching up.
Is that the 14?
That 14?
Stout Whiskey? You think Stout Whiskey's running 4th? No, that's not Stout Whiskey. No, that's not Stout. Stout's the 41.
Who's in the 14? Is that Sweeter Feeds in 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. That car's looking awfully clean, too.
And there goes the 95 on the inside down the front stretch. We've seen this before with the 4 on the inside. Can he pull it off yet again? D4C Rowdy pinching him down all the way through turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch, nose to nose into turn 3. I think that damage is killing Rowdy as the 95 of Kamal is going to make quick work of the 18.
And the Aviator right there was just waiting, and he pounced on him. Just, I mean, once they got side by side, he closed that gap without a doubt.
Definitely looking to get around that 18, I think, was his goal there by closing that gap as quick as he did. But the 18 shut the door on him on the exit there, and holding the 4 at bay.
Now
95 should be able to pull away here.
The 85, the 4 of the Aviator needs to make a move quick. He does not want to lose that 95. I think we all know at this time that the 18's a little slow with that front damage he's got. I think Aviator's got to turn the aggression up just a little bit as he's going to smack the wall out of turn 2.
Got to keep that car clean there, Aviator. You need that thing at the end of this race. It's already starting to shine a little bit.
Yes, sir, indeed, as that 95 is dealing with a little lap traffic with the 2 of Old Man Todd. He's picked up a little front damage as well, and he's going to smack the wall outside of turn 2. I tell you what, guys, I think that wall moved out about 8 inches so far, halfway through this race.
If it hasn't, man, we need to find out who builds them, and I want my house built out of that stuff.
Right? Yeah, they'll get it knocked out there, so all these cars will fit, you know, at the end of this race.
Did y'all see that between the 14 and the 2 going off in turn 3 right there? Turn 1?
No, I was currently looking over at the cat, and there goes the 18 of D4C Rowdy coming down for a green flag pit stop. No clue if this is scheduled or if he's going to try and fix a little bit of damage. I'd say it's scheduled. I would waste no time fixing damage. I mean, he's definitely a little slower than what he was early on, but he's holding up quite well. If there's one person who's happy to see that, it's probably going to be the 4 of the Aviator, as we're going to try and cycle around
he's
to the 4,
down pit
and he's heading down pit road.
Yep. Well, and I tell you, one thing we've seen, you know, once you hit the window, the first guy that comes in, he drags the field with him.
I tell you what, guys, after 3 quick cautions, this race has been pretty decent, considering 20 plus on track when we started. Have a few DNFs at the moment, few blown engines. We always know that's a heartbreak. And I tell you what, the 95 of James Kamal is still out there turning laps. Now, the only thing where this is going to hurt him, I think, is if this thing goes green, there's no caution. He's losing a lot of time on those older tires.
He's got a really good long-run car, though, HD. It seems like, man, it takes him about maybe 10 to 15 laps for that car to come in, and then from there on to about maybe 10 to go, it seems like, on this fuel run, that he's got a real stout machine under him. Maybe this fuel cycle is kind of working out for him, where he's staying out longer and he's able to get back around them leaders. But
Well, and let me put it in perspective for you here right now, and just how big of a lead that the Aviator and D4C Rowdy have on everybody else. They just made green flag pit stops. They're exiting right now. They're in 7th and 8th place.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go ahead and venture to guess there's quite a few cars a lap down, and probably a few more multiple laps down, as, again, this race has been phenomenal. We've had now 2 green flag pit stops in this run alone. Started off a little rocky, but the boys got it together. And again, James Kamal is taking her around for one more spin. I'd almost be willing to bet he come down this time or next time.
Yeah, and
I would. I think at this point it's getting a little bit late in that run. The boys having fresh tires out there. They're going to gain a lot of time. I know I was talking up this little longer in game there for a moment, but there is a timing point where you got to just bite the bullet. You don't want to lose too much ground.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm riding along here with Muffin, and he is 12.5 seconds behind 4th place, and he's currently in 6th. We're going to have 68 to go right now. 68 to go, and he's a lap down in 6th.
Well, tell you what, James Kamal has taken her for another spin. Are we sure that he's on the lead lap?
I can only see the 4th place, and
or that
Muffin's
he
coming
was
in right now. Whoever the leaders are way up there.
He was running up front the whole night, the HDI. He's going down pit road now.
He's coming down now. I don't.
Oh,
that could have been very bad. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
And really, really bad, as I'm going to go ahead and bounce it around to the 4 in the 18 on the track. And the 4's coming down.
Oh, wow.
He's got heavy. He's got heavy front end damage. I think he got into somebody or the wall.
That's unfortunate, man. That's bad.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you, unless you're the 18 at D4C Rowdy.
I tell you what, Rowdy has seen all of his competitors just get heavy damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I've seen the 18 pass the 95 just now. The 95's still on pit road. I think the 18 is back on the lead lap, maybe.
He was never off the lead lap.
Well, through the pit cycle, you know, he back on the lead lap now.
Yeah, well, I guess he would have been a lap down there to 2-3 cars now.
Right.
But how big a lead has he got now that he just passed those guys that are on pit road?
He's a straightaway and then a little bit of a corner behind the 95.
I need the toll. I got no clue who's in front. I mean, we're gonna go and assume and venture to guess the 18.
I'll jump over and I'll find out for you.
Yeah, go find out. We need to know.
Coey just got really loose coming out of the turn there, HD, and he slapped the inside wall. That's a running theme here at this track.
I'm telling you, Deez, that outside wall in turn 2 has moved out at least 10 inches now. As almost every single car out here has got some sort of damage.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm cycling through the field here, and Knights just came out of the turn and slapped that wall, and Carroll's hit the wall. I can't tell you how many times. He's definitely responsible for at least 4 of those 10 inches. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think every car's got some sort of damage. That wall has been. I think the person who wins Dover is turn 2 wall.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for sure. I mean, Darlington, they say you get a stripe. I guess Dover, you get to leave some parts there in the safety barrier.
Well, I will say this 9 looks mighty clean. He might be the only one out on track with a spotless car. That's gonna be the 9 of Silent Killer.
Yes, sir. And he's looking good out here, without knowing where everybody's at. And 4-speed's gonna bring it to pit road right now, and I think that's gonna cycle everybody back around. But I mean, I'm showing right now. I'm riding along with Muffin, and he's in 12th place, and he's about to move up, I believe, because I can only see up to 10th on his leaderboard.
You guys are not going to believe this.
What happened?
We got 2 cars in the lead lap.
We have been correct all night long, son. The 95 is in the lead, 18 second, and Pro Viper 3rd.
Nice.
4 car having his troubles is way off, and the 95 with a huge lead over the 18 after staying out as long as it did.
You mean we were right?
We were right, man.
That can't
Good
be right.
Lord. We're never right.
That's what I said, man. You ain't gonna believe it.
Well, I tell you what, development story though. If the 95 is in the lead, look who's in front of him. That's going to be the Ford of the Aviator, who was up front all night long. Don't know exactly what happened to him, as he's going to be battling to at least stay. He's probably at least one lap down when he pitted there. But you can tell he's struggling with that front end damage.
Yeah, I would guess he's one lap down right now.
Hopefully he ain't too far off the pace and Kamal can just hook the bumper to him and just ride. Not have to worry about it.
And here's where things get kind of crazy. Is Muffin loses it off the turn, and I was just about to say Muffin's in 11th place, and Kobe's in front of him by 4 seconds, but everyone behind him is showing a lap down. So I don't know if Muffin's a lap down or not, because he had to cycle his board around. But man, he just got heavy damage after repairing it on pit road right there. And
what's our lap counter looking like?
59 to go.
Oh, okay, my bad. Be quiet on.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, they say great minds think alike.
Low average minds.
I might disregard the great remark, but I guess your minds think alike. As again, that 95 has just got a comfortable lead on the 18 of 8K Poopy Pants. As I tell you what, got him. I think I want to do a little crank it up session here. Brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com /Starshine Nails. Guys, we all know what crank it up is. Let's turn this baby up.
Nothing much has changed. 95 still with the lead. About a straightaway gap between him and second place of D4C Rowdy. Still holding off, going down an extra lap down here. The 4-car up in front of the 95. Still got a pretty good piece, it seems like, in front of him. Third place of Pro Viper, hanging on strong.
And that's 12th place right in front of the leader right there. He would be last car on the lead lap. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a lap down already. He's about to lose another. He's running 12th.
Yes, sir, indeed. I think just the word of tonight's got to be damage.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have damage, and how much damage do you have? Because, like I said before, almost every single car's got some kind of damage out here from turn 2's wall. And, you know, and you look at the 95 of James Kamal, he's got one of the cleanest cars out there. Now, he's got a little, but compared to some of these other machines,
right.
Well, they've been playing Wreckfest.
MVP goes to the Sawzall to cut the front end off of these things.
A little, I'm about to get a little Jeff Gordon when they brought out that concrete cutter last year.
Yeah, the concrete cutter.
What the? I'll tell you what, that was probably the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and the pace car, though, I mean, the 48 car is back on the apron again, man. He has struggled the whole race.
Yes, sir, as we're following along with the race leader, that 95, and I don't even think I see the 18 of Rowdy in the picture even more.
He's just now, you can't see him, he's just now exiting onto the
yeah, he's a full straightaway behind for sure, yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing that's helping our leader right now, he's staying behind that 4 car, the Aviator, which is making him a little quicker as long as the Aviator doesn't start losing a bunch of speed.
Well, are they teammates? And there's Rose up there in front of him, and his struggles tonight is going to continue as he's about to go a lap down. Or another lap. We don't know if he's a lap down. Need the tool, man.
We need the tool.
You speak teammates there, and it kind of brought up an interesting topic in my mind here, HD, man. The 95 is with Dirty Air Motorsports. That's the teammates of the 88, the 9, and the 24, which all are having a pretty rough night, it seems. But Kamal, being the class of the field, it almost makes you wonder how good are these guys working together as a team that Kamal has such a dominating car to where his teammates are struggling, it seems, tonight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that, I mean, lest we not forget, we watched 3rd, 4th, and 5th place get taken out. Well,
yeah,
this
true.
might be a whole lot tighter ball game right here, and I don't remember who all that was. But
I know I haven't seen the other. He's been in the top 10 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. As he's running 8th right now.
I know them guys typically do work well together, man. That's I mean, 2-time team owner championship from Dirty Air Motorsports with Coey leading the team. That's there's got to be teamwork going on. It's surprising to see the 95 be so dominant versus his teammates, though.
I think it's one of those nights. I mean, you look at some of the heavy hitters out here in the Cup Series, talking about the 11, the 42, the 4. You know, these guys are some of the top drivers in the Cup Series, and they're all going a lap down. We said it earlier, the word of the night is going to be damage and survival. And so far, that 95 has less damage, and he has survived the gauntlet of the Monster Mile as he's got a huge lead on 2nd place. That's going to be the 18 of D4C Rowdy. Let's go ahead and bounce over to him and get a quick look and see what he's doing, what kind of traffic he's in. He's in none. He's got clean air.
95. Pretty tight spot right now.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that he got that big lead because Rowdy repaired the damage?
I'm going to say no because he looks pretty damaged.
Right. And Rose is going another lap down right now.
That 95 needs to get around that 4 car right now, though. The 41
holding him up.
of Stout is all over the back end of the 95 and got me crazy, but I think the 95's definitely got a better car than the 41 does.
Oh, he definitely does. And there he goes. That time by. I think he was listening to the stream and got him's call outs because he's about to blow the doors off that Ford Mustang.
Well, and let me ask you this. I mean, we know that the Aviator is already 1 lap down. I mean, is it really worth battling the leader?
No.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
You can kind of sort of recover from a 1 lap down, but once you go 2 laps down, it makes it really, really tough to come back off of. Right, so I would say I would disagree both of you, man. I think I would really fight to try to stay 1 lap down and hope for a couple cautions towards the final end of the race and get back on the lead lap and try to make my way back up. But
well, we know he's right there in front of the leader to go 2 down. He's definitely not the first car on a lap down.
True, yeah. But there's only one lucky dog.
right.
I'm just
sure, is the 41 on the lead lap right there? I guess.
No, because he's the one who was pitting. Got loose on the apron, right, washed up in front of the 42 of a more smoke, plowed into the back. So I'm going to assume he's at least a lap down as well. He might be in a lucky dog position, honestly.
Well, speaking of the 42 of a more smoke, he just hit pit road right now out of 12th place, and this is going to be the final pit stop.
So can we get a quick lap count?
Yes, sir. I'm about to give you one here as soon as they come out of here. As soon as we come around this turn right here. And I'll tell you how bad tire wear is right now. You know, Muffin here, he's got 32% right foot left, and there's 35 laps to go. as the pit windows open. We know they get 38. Now this question here, do you want your car to be fast right now, or do you want it to be fast at the end? Because they've still got 6 laps of fuel, or nothing does. But we know that some guys stayed out and stretched them all the way.
I want to be. Well, if I'm the 95, I'm doing my own thing because I said he should have pitted like 5 laps before he pitted, and he came out with like a 10-car length lead. So don't listen to HD. You know, everything I say is not right. I do call a lot of things right, man. I usually call things in the booth before they happen. But
yep, you do.
Did
But
that a couple times tonight. We'll give you props.
Shout outs to cars that slap the wall on the very next turn.
Might be in the wrong profession there, HD. Maybe you need to get you one of them balls and where you can tell the fortune tellers, you know, and
hey,
start
man,
making money doing that.
More Motorsports Network needs to hire me. You know,
that's right. Yeah.
NASCAR, man.
Right.
I bet you guys kick. Who can we kick out of the booth?
Whoever's in there.
Oh man. Tell you what, it's fun broadcasting every week. As the 18 of D4C Rowdy looks to still be out on track, he's got our very own D4C Carroll in front of him, running on the high side. Tough night for him. And CGM X Rose hard into the wall. Gonna collect Carroll as well. But I tell you what, good piece of driving out of both of them for not to cause a caution. Hats off to them.
Yeah, I mean, especially during the pit cycle here. As we there's 32 laps to go right now.
That's 32 laps to go from his view, because if it's 32 from his view,
and
he's...
It's 33 on him, and he's 1 lap down.
Are we sure he's 1 lap down?
Slightly okay? But
we're not looking for facts, HD. We're not looking for facts, man.
He was running in 8th place. I'm just going to tell you that. If he's 2 laps down, we got a serious problem.
Well, I mean, not really. I think the problem is we've gone over 100 laps green now. I mean,
yeah.
I tell you what, I was nervous early on. There's 3 quick cautions. I was extremely nervous. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna be here all night.
It'd been a lot shorter of a race, I think, if we had a bunch of cautions.
And yeah, probably you're right. And I thought that's the way we were going, but honestly, that's why D4C is the best league out there, in my opinion. I mean, just there's some of these leagues that got 20 cautions with 20 laps left. I mean, this
95 to pit road.
And here
with
he comes
15
down
on the
now.
track.
I mean, it's just hats off to D4C. I'm just glad to be here. Honestly, got him.
Hey man, we're glad to have you too, buddy. I mean, I think it's a win-win on both of our ends to be, you know, working together on these streams and putting these races out there.
Yeah.
Definitely been an honor to work alongside of you here, buddy.
Well, and the 95, when I seen Kamal hit pit road right here, as he was passing the cone, D4C Rowdy passed him. So he's definitely going to get, and there goes Rowdy again. So that's to get his lap back. The question is how much time can he?
I think you go 2 laps. I think he already pitted. I think you go 2 laps down.
Right, yeah, but he passed him at the cone, and then he just passed him again. So that's going to be 2 laps that he just got back to put him back on the lead lap, and we're going to see where he's back.
18 around.
18 is around as you're talking about him, Deeds.
Hey, there, 95.
He better pit this time by.
He can thank me later.
Yeah, Gotham's in the booth, man. How you join this league? Message D4C JR Horn. That's what I tell everybody to message, because he's just the easiest name to remember. He's probably tired of me telling people that because he might get a few messages here and there.
I know.
Or you can look up at Devil4Cash on Twitter and send a message to the group there, and we'll get it, and we'll get you situated on that end.
You more than likely won't be in the Cup League. You'll probably start out in the trucks, but you work your way up. You'll be in this league running for some cash. Money brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. Now, gentlemen, Valentine's Day has passed. If you bought your loved one a horrible gift, you're still sleeping on the couch, make sure to hit the MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. I guarantee you, upon delivery, you'll be back in bed. The only thing that's going to be hurting is your wallet, because she's going to ask for more for Easter, because that's coming up. I know I saw the post earlier today, and we do have a caution out, and that is going to shake up things.
We have 5 cars on the lead lap.
Poopy did not pit.
Sweeter
Rowdy,
is
the
first.
18, is still on the lead
Kamal
lap.
is second. Rowdy's third. Amore is fourth. Pro Viper's going to get the free pass. I mean, there's 5 cars on the lead lap.
Wow.
Muffin's 2 laps down.
I do not see this going green the rest of the way here, fellas.
Well, if it don't, we're going to have a whole field back on the lead lap.
Over or under? So over or under plus 12 cars get on the lead lap at the end of this.
Oh, man. There's 5 right now. And I'll tell you, there's going to be 7 because 2 people just stayed out and took wave arounds. Rose is back on the lead lap as well.
Everybody's got a brand new car.
Wow, amazing.
Oh, as Rose runs to the back of the 37.
Yeah, let's damage it up again.
So I think the biggest winner out of this whole ordeal is going to be the 14. I mean, he's
it's the 42. It's the 42.
Well, yeah, the 42 and the 14 because they're 14's a race leader. 42's on the lead lap. Currently running in 4th place there. 9's going to be Silent Killer. And I think the first car lap down is going to be the 88 of D4C Sigma.
Well, and I'll tell you, they say the cream rises. And, I mean, look at who all we got on the lead lap. We got Amore back on the lead lap. We got Rose back on the lead lap. We got Rowdy back on the lead lap.
Rose, I think, is going to need another caution, though, because he's going to have to drive through the field to be a factor in this thing. And he's definitely hoping for another caution, I'm sure.
Well,
I'm just hoping these guys do keep it green.
Boogity, 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 because we are green. The 14 gets a heck of a launch on the 95 of Kamal, and he's looking to pounce early on the inside of him. There goes the 18 of D4C Rowdy. We know he has a fast car. Now he's clean. He's following Kamal's trails, and we can't forget about the 42 of Amore Smoke. Finally, he's got his cars clean, fresh tires.
3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead.
And caution's out. There we go. More cars getting on the lead lap.
Caution.
Yeah, there was some 3 wide action going on towards the back there, and they got bottled up. Like Rose, 2, and somebody else was 3 wide there coming off turn 2, and brought out the caution there.
The 14?
4 car.
The 14 is going to be sweeter. D4C sweeter.
We got Kamal in first, Sweeter second. And it just scrolled around here.
Rowdy is third. Behind Rowdy, we got the 42 of Amore Smoke. The 9 of Silent Killer is currently sitting P5 behind there. I'm assuming those guys are a lap down. No clue what's going on with that.
Rose is 6th.
Rose is going to get back up into the front pack now because of that caution.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
You know he's excited.
Really fast cars up here at the front. Wow. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be 17 laps to go right now.
17 to go. I think Silent Killer was your lucky dog that time by because he was up towards the front. He is now at the back. Going to go ahead and assume that's what happened to him. So that's probably going to put the 41 of Stout Whiskey, your next lucky dog.
Yeah, and it's going to be 15 laps to go, HD.
41's on the lead lap. If Rose is on the lead lap, that puts the 41 5th in line.
So behind him then is going to be the 37 of Pro Viper.
He's on the lead lap too.
He's on the lead lap, so it's going to be the 8 of Knights. Your current lucky dog position. I'll get it right once, right? Yeah, hey, if I start from the front of the pack and I keep going back, I'll get it right once, right?
Nope, it will work out.
Hopefully these guys can keep it green this time, though.
I think they're doing modified. They're doing modified.
They are, yeah. Good call by Coey on that one.
Yeah, I mean, look at how quick everybody jumps to that bottom line right here.
Yes, sir, indeed. That 95, Kamal's going to get a good jump that time. He's got about a car length lead on the 14, and there's D4C Rowdy. Now got him. We all know Rowdy. He is no stranger to give someone the bumper as Kamal is going to tap the wall at a turn number 4 down the front stretch. You know Rowdy's going to amp it up here and try and get by this 14 as fast as he can. And there he goes, looking to the inside, and turn number 3, he's got him. Now the 14's got to pinch him. That's the only thing.
Yeah, he gave him way too much room there, HD. I mean, he's going to allow him to sweep all the way out to the wall, and he's going to have him cleared by the time we get into this turn.
Yes.
Got a whole line of cars trying to follow him there too. The more smoke.
Oh my God! There's a huge wreck in the back of the pack.
Caution is out.
I switched to D4C 4-speed, and he was smacking into the wall.
Yeah, and the 43 as well, and also the 12 and nothing.
I think we're gonna have over 12 cars on the lead lap.
Well, right now we've got 12 laps to go, so I think that's a good number. Which once they take the modified restart here, well, there'll be
right at 11, 10 laps ago.
11, 10, yeah. Now, let me ask you right now, since we're under caution, got him, how does the overtime rules here work? Should they be applied tonight?
If they go single file, there will be no green, white checkers. As long as they're in modified, they should be able to do up to 4 green, white checkers, meaning the 4th one we will have to pace around and finish this race off.
Nice.
I'm going to give you your top. Top 5, definitely. That's going to be the 95 of Kamal, your race leader still. On the outside of him is going to be D4C Rowdy, sitting in there in 3rd place. And that 14 Mustang is going to be Sweeter. On the outside of Sweeter in 4th is going to be the 42 of More Smoke. Back there running in 5th is going to be the 41 of Stout Whiskey. On the outside of Stout Whiskey is going to be the 11 of CGMX Rose. Right behind them in 7th is going to be the 37 of Pro Viper. And on the outside of Pro Viper is going to be the Silent Killer, who is on the lead lap. So that's going to run your top 8 up there behind them guys. It's going to be a lap down. Looks like lucky winner that time for Lucky Dog is someone in the yellow car.
We'll call it Yellow Car Lucky Dog. And I'll tell you one person that this right here works out for perfectly. We saw early in the race, we were all amazed by it. Rowdy was starting on that outside line right there. He's going to jump in line, but we know his car's good on the high side. As I say that, he's looking to the inside.
Well, I think he knows that as well, and Kamal's got a fast car. I mean, he's been in the top 3 all night long running. We saw what he did on that long run, staying out longer than everybody else, where he proved me wrong. And they are currently side by side for 3rd place. That's going to be a More Smoke on the inside of Sweeter. He's going to get him cleared that time. And now Stout Whiskey looking to pounce for another position.
Hey, Stout on the apron.
He got the apron. Oh, he keeps it down there. I thought he was coming right back up across the track right there. Good job by Stout to keep it down.
Can I get a lap count real quick, Beats?
Bump. It's going to be, it's showing 7 on here, so.
Maybe 6, maybe
2
5.
laps down. 2 laps down, I'm thinking 5. We'll just call it early, then we'll get a call 2 last laps. How's that?
I actually like that, because every time we call it like 1 lap late, so we just call it 2 laps. We're going to call it 4 to go at the line. If we're wrong, we're wrong. We'll just get another white flag lap. Everybody loves the white flag lap, right?
2 Christmases.
Now that mistake by the 41 really cost him, because it swooped him down pit road, man. He is on pit road currently. He's going to lose a lot of track position. If he just got it pointed in the right direction, he might have still saved the top 10. And 95 in the ball.
Wow. Strong move by the 18. He takes the lead.
And the 95 is looking for a crossover at a turn 2 down the backstretch. Not able to make it work. 18 flexing his muscles, doing a power move on Kamal as they are now nose to tail. 3 to go at the line this time, barring if HD and us are all wrong. We might have 4. Who knows? I don't got the tools. It's going to be a great one as the 42 of More Smoke is lurking, sitting about 5 car lengths.
I think this one right here is going to be the white flag lap.
All right, well,
maybe I'm wrong.
Or maybe this is the last lap. Who knows? We're going to call white flag.
Bump and run.
We're going to call white flag, this time brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com. Guys, head there, buy your loved ones some nails as the 95 of Sweeter Feeds is looking to the inside of the 18 of Rowdy. Just not able to make it work this time by Rowdy is the finish strong, and he's going to hit the apron! He hit the apron, the boat going to spin!
Amore's coming!
He's oh! Rowdy at the line! Got it! Good Lord! Oh my God!
Man! That looked like some Martinsville Cup to me.
Wow.
He's gonna be Rowdy's in first, Amore's in second.
And that's
Third?
gonna 14's gonna be Sweeter.
Sweeter.
Yeah, Sweeter pulls it through there too.
It looked
Holy
like
cow,
Rowdy
man.
tried
Big loser.
defending the inside line, hit the apron. 95 ran into the back of him. 95 lost it. I tell you what, Amore smoked. Just saw the gates open. He was like, praise Jesus, but just wasn't able to pull it off. But to pull a P2 out of that is amazing.
Holy cow, man.
That was good. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good Lord.
We got to get Kamal up here in the booth with us, though,
Yeah,
still.
we gotta get Kamal.
Oh, man.
All right,
Wow.
so
Rowdy.
Holy cow, man.
Yeah, Amore saw them gates open up, man, and wow.
who was the first to pick? Come on.
Kamal had the fastest lap, too, with a 22.719.
That's flying.
That's getting it.
And Kamal goes from probably leading the most laps to
I got robbed.
not getting a top 3.
I got robbed.
We're going to interview you in a minute. Kamal, we wanted you in here as well, so.
Is Peter still out there?
What a crazy finish.
Wow.
Right.
Look, the gates are open.
Who got third here, guys? Who got third? Was that Sweeter in third?
Yeah, Sweeter got third.
Who picked Kamal didn't win. Who picked Rowdy?
I'm looking.
Forrest. I'll take Poopy.
Yep, Forrest. That's going to be
Yeah, D4C. Not D4. Is it D4C Forrest? No. What am I talking about? I don't know. Let's get this. Forrest is your winner. We'll just call it that. I can't remember your gamer tag at the moment.
Run over here, Forrest, and get your $10.
Run, Forrest, run. That's right. Good Lord. God, I mean,
Drop his
let's start with
email
Kamal,
address
man.
in the comment for me, and I'll get that winnings to him.
Hey, we got our guest commentator in the booth, HD. Why don't we let him take Kamal?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take Kamal, got him.
10-4. Kamal, this has got him up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Yeah.
Man, tough break at the end of that race, man, but you had a dominant car all race long, man. It seemed like. What? Can you kind of walk us through the final laps of that race there, man?
Too many cautions. Guys need to learn how to get on and off pit road. Simply ridiculous. And screen lag. 18 hits the apron. I lose the race. That's it.
We surely enjoyed watching you win that run that race tonight, man. You had put on a good show for us, and obviously frustrated, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and turn James Kamal loose so he can take care of his nightly ritual.
Drink a fifth of whiskey.
Thanks for putting on a great show for us tonight out there tonight, Kamal. I hate that for you at the end there, buddy.
Have a good one.
All right, Deeds.
HD back.
Deeds, why don't you go ahead and take third place?
That's going to be Sweeter feet, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yep.
Hey, man. We can talk about the whole race, but actually there at the end, man, tell us what you saw from your view there.
I didn't touch anybody on my screen.
Just made it through, man. Made it happen.
Yeah.
That is the quote. That is the NASCAR Heat 3 quote for everybody. We didn't touch on my screen.
No, I didn't touch anybody. Well,
I'll tell you,
not at all.
we all watched this here, and I mean, you had to have a good car to be even on the lead lap there for the longest time with these long green flag runs. What was the car like at the end of those runs?
Honestly, my car was really good on the long run, but I was a lap down. The only reason I got back to the lead is because I stayed out longer than any other car and got a timely caution.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, the strategy worked out. You brought it home in third. That's a good points night. So congratulations, man.
Thank you.
And second place, HD.
Yeah, well, got him going to get second too.
More smoke. Coming back from some early race incidents, and that late race caution had to play in your favor just a little bit, I'm sure, buddy. Man, that's a wild run coming through 3 and 4. You see the leaders wrecking in front of you. I'm sure you've seen the heavenly gates open up for you. Can you kind of once again walk us through that final turn of the race there for me, man?
Yeah, man. I definitely worked through adversity today. Had a lot of damage. Drove it back up through the field. I was pretty content with it finishing under green. I was sitting smooth in third, well, fourth because Sweeter Feeds was still out there. And, yeah, I saw him get loose, and I thought that Poopy would have been more slow, so I checked up because I didn't want to get involved. I should have just kept in the gas, and I probably would have won it. But I was trying to play it cautious since I made my way all the way back up there. I didn't want to end up ruining the second place finish.
Well, buddy, we definitely was pulling for you early on in the race. We knew that you was going to have a good car tonight, and to see the mishaps happen to you and fall back to the tail end of the pack and make your way back up is truly impressive, man. And I think that's going to be the story of your year this year, fighting through attrition and coming away sitting pretty, man. Congratulations on that second place finish.
Thanks,
HD,
buddy.
back to you, buddy.
And there's a fight in turn 1. D4C, Rowdy, pulling it off, buddy. Is that 2 or 3 wins now this season?
3.
That's 3. That's right. You pulled a back-to-back off. 3rd win of the season. Looking to get to the top of the charts of the point standings. How are you feeling after that? A lot of tore-up cars there. I mean, it was mentioned about cautions. I honestly thought that was a pretty good Dover race, honestly, in my opinion. But what was your strategy through the whole race, and just how happy are you to pull that thing out?
Honestly, I'm still lost for words how I won that one, you know. But my strategy was just to pit a lap or 2 before everybody else, and then I kept hitting the apron, man, coming out of 4 for some reason. And then I collected apron creator the first time, and then I collected someone else the second time, and then I'm going into 3. I was just carrying on the last lap. I was just carrying way too much speed, and it slightly got loose on me and hit the apron and got Kamal. Thankfully, he hit me back straight, and I just popped it in 3rd gear and kept going.
Well, that's kind of, I mean, I'm not laughing, but I mean, again, just a great race from you. I mean, you definitely had a good car. You, in my opinion, were definitely worthy of winning this bad boy, and actually you won Forrest a $10 Fort Smitty. God dang, that's his gamer tag. I can't remember what the hell his gamer tag was. Fort Smitty ended up winning that $10 Amazon gift card, so I'm sure he loves you. He probably owes you. I don't know if you can buy beers off Amazon, but he owes you something for that win. But as always, guys, we might be heading to UFC 3, WWE 2K19 after this. A Hell in a Cell TLC match between D4C, Rowdy, and Kamal. Who knows? But this has been another great race from D4C League Racing. Again, huge shout out to the sponsor, D4C League Racing. MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. As always, it's been a great one. And until next time, we'll see you guys on the track.